something you've been waiting for years that is never coming. And the longer you wait, the more of your life passes unlived. The thing you're waiting for is permission. Not from any one specific person. Most of the time, you couldn't even name who you're waiting on. Just permission. A green light from somewhere. A signal that says it's okay now. You can finally do the thing. And here's the truth. The signal isn't coming. It was never coming. Nobody's going to walk into your life and tell you it's okay now. The waiting was always going to have to end without that. The only question is whether you end it today or in a decade or never. You've been watching a door that nobody's ever going to walk through. And while you've been watching, the life you wanted to live has been quietly waiting for you to stop watching. You see, most adults are walking around with at least one big thing they've been wanting to do. Start a business, leave a job, write a book, end a relationship, move to a new city, make a major change. And underneath that wanting, there is a permission they're quietly waiting for. From their parents, from their spouse, from their friends, from the culture, from God, from someone somewhere who they imagine could authorize the move and make it okay. That permission is a fiction. Nobody has the authority to give you permission for your own life. Not your parents, not your friends, not the experts, not the loudest voices in your head. Permission for your life is something only you can give. And the only reason you haven't given it is because you've been waiting for somebody else to give it first. Today, I want to walk you through why you must stop waiting. 5 things you have to understand about the permission trap. By the end, you'll see clearly why no one is coming. And if you take it seriously, you'll start today giving yourself the permission that was always going to have to come from you in the first place. You cannot keep waiting, not because the waiting is dramatic, because the waiting is silent, and the silence is what makes it dangerous. You don't notice the years going by while you wait, but they go by. Every single day, more of your one life goes by. And the version of you who gives permission and acts is the version that gets to live the rest of it. Now, before we get into it, you have to understand what the waiting is actually costing you. Because most people don't count this cost. They think they're being prudent. They think they're being responsible. They think they're being patient. They're not. They're hemorrhaging time. And they don't realize it because the time leaves quietly, day by day, without any single day feeling like it mattered. Here's the truth. Every year you spend waiting for permission is a year subtracted from the life you would have lived if you had given yourself permission. And those years don't come back. The version of you who started the business at 30 has 30 years of compounded effort by the time they're 60. The version of you who started at 50 has 10 years. The thing they built is going to look very different. Not because one of them was smarter, because one of them gave themselves permission earlier, and the other spent 20 years waiting on a signal that was never going to arrive. You see, the wait feels active when you're inside it. You're thinking about the thing. You're preparing. You're researching. You're imagining how it'll go. You feel like you're getting ready, working on yourself, getting your ducks in a row. But all of that, from the outside, looks exactly like nothing. Because nothing was actually done. The waiting was performed as if it were preparation. It wasn't preparation. It was just waiting. And the cost compounds. Each year you wait, you have one less year ahead of you. You also have one more year of having waited, which makes starting harder because now there's more invested in the not starting. You become defensive of the wait. You start telling yourself it was wise. You start judging the people who didn't wait. You build a whole identity around being the careful, prudent, thoughtful person, when really you've just been the scared, deferring, never quite ready person, dressed up in better sounding language. Listen, you must reckon with this cost honestly. The cost is not just the thing you didn't do. The cost is the person you didn't become. Because the person who gives themselves permission and acts becomes somebody different. They develop a capacity that doesn't exist in the deferring version of you. And that capacity, once developed, would have been with you for every other decision you might have made. But the deferring version of you doesn't have it, has never had it, will never have it until the day you stop waiting and start giving yourself the permission. That day can be today, or it can be 10 years from now. The you who waits another 10 years and the you who starts today are not the same person. The difference between them is everything. I am telling you, this is the cost most people never count. They count the obvious things: money, comfort, security. They don't count the years they spent waiting. They don't count the person they didn't become. They don't count the relationship with themselves that quietly soured because they kept failing to keep their own deepest promise. The cost of the wait is the largest cost of your life, and it is being paid every single day that the wait continues. The first thing you must see clearly is that the permission you've been waiting for was never going to come from anyone, ever, because the people you've been waiting on don't have the authority to give it, even if they wanted to. And even when they offer something that sounds like permission, it isn't really permission, it's just an opinion, dressed up to look like something it's not. You see, your parents can't give you permission for your life. They have their own lives. They have opinions, often strong ones, about what you should do. But their opinions aren't permission. They're just opinions. If your parents say yes, and you do the thing and it fails, you cannot send them the bill. You are still going to live with the consequences. Their yes didn't actually mean anything in the world where the consequences play out. Your spouse can't give you permission for your life either. Your spouse is a partner. They get a say in things that affect both of you. But the deep choices, the ones about who you become, what you pursue, what you risk, those choices are yours. You can make them in conversation with your spouse, but the authority remains with you. The permission cannot be delegated to them. Here's the truth. There is no authority structure above you that has the power to authorize your own life. Not parents, not bosses, not religious leaders, not the culture, not the experts. Every one of those voices has opinions. None of them has the actual authority you've been imagining. You've been waiting on a court that doesn't exist for a ruling that nobody is empowered to give. You must accept this. The proof is simple. Imagine your parents called